ask me, my ideal would be the society based on liberty, equality, and fraternity. An ideal society should be mobile and full of channels conveying a change taking place in one part to other parts. These were the powerful words of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, which have been an ideal to the society since many years. And now, keeping these words and values in mind, we have all gathered here for this conference, which emphasizes on the implementation of constitutional values to bring a positive change in the vast population of India and to the use of modern technology with the help of social scientists, teachers, technocrats, government agencies, and various industries.
As we all know, that education is the ultimate tool to overcome the darkness of divisions, injustice, and aggression in society, and it leads us to growth, equality, and liberty. With this thought in mind, I would now like to request all the dignitaries on stage to invoke Goddess Saraswati by lighting the lamp of knowledge and wisdom.
Thank you, dear all. Now, I would like to request everyone to stand up there at their respective positions to read the preamble of Indian Constitution. I would request everyone to stand in the pledge position and repeat the preamble along with the reader.
We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status, and of opportunity, and to promote, among them all, fraternity assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation in our Constituent Assembly this 26th day of November 1949 do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution.
I would like to request Dr. S.S. Ower sir to come on the stage.
Excuse me, please do correct. It was not Saraswati Puja.
Okay, sir.
Just
Now I would like to request Dr. R.S. Singole sir to unveil the proceeding of ICST STEM 2022 and all the dignitaries.
please come with the proceedings. Proceeding, that is not a proceeding.
Hello.
So please proceeding. You have to bring it. Give it to your. Give it to your. Start from beginning.
Thank you, all the dignitaries. Now, I would like to request Dr. Ravi Kumar Hingole sir to present the inaugural speech.
Very good morning to all. All are welcome to the International Conference on Social Transformation through Science, Engineering, Technology, and the Management. This conference is jointly organized by the Unity Social Foundation in association with the Student Welfare Department of College of Engineering Pune and Institution of Engineers Pune. For this conference, the topic chosen is the social transformation. Nowadays, the people across the world, they are going through a lot of transition phases due to the pandemic, due to the economy, due to the political, due to the job scenario and work pressure. Here, this platform brings all the student, faculty members, again the scientists, researchers, to explore their views in the research they are done in the social, science, engineering, technology, economics. For this conference, we have received around 50 papers, and out of that 50 papers, we have selected only 38. The review committee of our COP expert committee, they have rejected the 12 papers. Until also we are getting the good response, although we have got a very short span to organize this conference, but according to the time, according to the effort taken by all the experts, all the committee members, we have received a huge response. This conference is online now also. So it is live on the YouTube channel, maybe in the auditorium. So there is a less number is there, but all are the very high level technocrats They are the high-level dignitaries who are sitting in this conference. So we are not judging any conference by the numbers. We are judging it by the quality, what is there in the papers, what quality of dignitaries are here, what type of companies are involved. Near about 4 lakhs people here live for this conference. The YouTube channels, Samyak Kranti is here. Again, Jagriti channel, people are here. This conference is live throughout the world. For this conference, we got the best wishes from the President of India, Govindji. Again, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Uddhavji Thackeray sir, then Deputy CM of Maharashtra, Ajitdada Pawar. Again, the OBC Welfare Department Cabinet Minister, Vijayji Vatantiwar. Again, the Ministry of Industries, Honorable Subhash Desai sir. So many dignitaries or the respected personalities in the Maharashtra and the world, they have given the good wishes to the conference. So main aim of our conference is the cultivation of mind is the ultimate aim of the human existence. The sentence is by the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. For any conference, the researchers, the students, these are the backbone of the nation. They are building the nation. On this platform, our main objective to give the platform to the students, to the industry peoples, to the scientists to explore their views, ideas. And here we got great dignitaries, Dr. S.P. Kallurkar sir. He is my guru and presently the principal of the Atharva College of Engineering. Dr. Bhagwanji Gavai sir is here. He is a MD, CITAX and sort of companies in the Dubai. Again, Vanita Bhatia madam, she is the vice chair, International Chamber of Commerce UAE. Again, the MD of ES Agri Aqua, Nadar sir, Samant sir, Shankar sir. Again, from Government College of Engineering, COP, College of Engineering, Head of Department, Dr. P.D. Pantale sir is there. Again, the source of motivation, Dr. S.S. Wall sir, Dr. Dhanvijay sir, and all the team members. They are really work hard to make this conference very successful. Here, the logo of this conference is printed on the memento. It is printed on the flags. That is a great man is different from an eminent one in that he is ready to be the servant of society. So with this, I am going to conclude my speech. And this conference, in my view, is a great successful. And there is a sentence or quote given by our late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. Dreams translate into ideas, ideas translate into thoughts, thoughts translate into action. So with this, I'm going to conclude my speech. There's an overview of this conference. Thank you all, those who are here, those who are online, to make this conference a great success. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words and encouraging sentences. To encourage all of us and to embrace this event with their presence, we have some eminent personalities with us today on board. I'm profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce you all to our dignitaries.
Firstly, we have with us Mr. Bhagwan Gavai, Chairman and Managing Director, CITAX Energy DMCC, Dubai, and Dassault Petroleum Services, LLC, Abu Dhabi. Bhagwan Gavai sir is a successful entrepreneur and has led various fields like trading in oil and gas commodities, refinery operations and planning, supply operations, distributions, logistics and finance with various MNCs in oil and gas industry like Larsen and Toubro, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, and Emirates National Oil Company, Dubai. I would like to request Dr. P.B. Kumar sir to felicitate Mr. Bhagwan Gavai sir.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to introduce you all to COP's Honorable Director, sir, Professor B.B. Ahuja. He is one of the most distinguished faculties and professors present in the state of Maharashtra. He has a vast experience in research and teaching, and he has done numerous publications in international and national journals. So, I would like to request Dr. Bhagwan Gavai, sir, to felicitate Professor B.B. Ahuja, sir. And on behalf of B.B. Ahuja, sir, we have Dhanvijay, sir, to collect the memento and constitution. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to introduce you all with Dr. Prashant Zade, sir, who is the Chairman and Managing Director of AS Agri and Aqua. AS Agri and Aqua is India's leading company that specializes in innovative and high-tech agriculture and aquaculture development and turnkey solutions. Over the past few years, AS Agri and Aqua has continued to cement its position as a prominent innovator, solution provider, and a pioneering force in the agriculture and aquaculture sectors. The company was formed to fulfill the vision that saw revolutionize agriculture and aquaculture ecosystem in India and ensure self-sufficiency, sustainability, and an improved socio-economic status for every Indian farmer. I would now request Dr. P.D. Pantamne, sir, to felicitate Dr. Prashant Zade, sir. And on behalf of Prashant Zade, sir, we have Senthil Nadar, sir, to accept the moment.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have with us Mr. Senthil Nadar, who is presently Executive Director at AS Agri and Aqua. He is competent professional and an entrepreneur with 16 years of expertise in the field of consultancy, cost optimization, inventory management, supply chain domain, and an executive MBA background. He has been associated with the organization like Accenture India, Lodha Group, and GEP Solutions. I would like to request Dr. P.D. Pantavane sir to felicitate Mr. Senthil Nadar sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We also have with us Mr. Shankar Nair, sir, who is presently the Executive Director at AS Agri and Aqua. He is an entrepreneur, a competent professional in the fields of e-commerce business development, supply chain management, vendor management, and trade planning, and a sales professional with 10 years of diversified experience. He is also the co-founder and marketing head at mustmenu.com. He is also associated with the organizations like Accenture, Aditya Birla Retail Limited, Future Group India, Spar India, and Kottaram Agro Foods Private Limited. I would now like to request Dr. S.S. Oo sir to felicitate Mr. Shankar Nayak sir.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have with us Dr. S.P. Kallurkar, who is the principal of Atharva College of Engineering, Mumbai. Dr. S.P. Kallurkar, sir, has over 35 plus years of teaching experience, has guided over 30 plus PhD students, has published 100 research papers, and has received many awards in his teaching career. He is the founder coordinator of Entrepreneurship Development Cell established by DST and MHRD Government of India at SGGS IET Nanded, which was rated as an outstanding EDC continuously for 3 years by DST. I would now like to request Dr. P.D. Pantavani sir to felicitate Dr. S.P. Kallurkar sir. I would like to request Dr. Hingole sir to felicitate Dr. S.P. Kallurkar sir. Thank you, sir. Next, we have with us Ms. Vinita Bhatia, a postgraduate in digital marketing from Amity University and currently pursuing postgraduate diploma in digital marketing. Vinita ma'am is the director of digital platform Go-Getters Marketing Management, which works in the field of digital marketing, encouraging startups and small and mid-sized enterprises, also known as SMEs. Along with this, she is also serving as the SME director to the office of Sheikh Ahmed B. Faisal Al Qasimi. She has also served as the vice chair to the International Chamber of Commerce, UAE Customs and Trade Felicitation. Along with this, she was also associated with Emirates Airlines Dubai with the Cabin Crew Administration Department. I would like to request Dr. Rahul Kumar Hingole sir to felicitate Ms. Vinita Bhatia ma'am.
Thank you once again to all the dignitaries present on stage. Once again, I bid a very warm welcome to all the renowned speakers and delegates who took their valuable time and joined us today to be a part of this conference. We are honored to have you all with us. We are extremely elated to have such encouraging dignitaries with us today for this event. I will now be requesting our dignitaries to enlighten this event with the encouraging words of wisdom. Firstly, I would like to request Dr. Bhagwan Gave sir to address the conference.
Good morning to all dignitaries here as well as students and industry members. Everybody, I think good morning to everyone. Today, we are here for the seminar specifically on the social engineering, which is led by Dr. Hingole. It's an excellent initiative he has taken to in this particular field to guide many industries as well as students. As an oil industry person, I think I'll just what contribution we have made during this pandemic period. I'll just highlight. We, as a industry members from different industries, myself from oil and gas, others from education, like 5-6 members came together during this pandemic, and we formed one group, company itself, Intern Expert Academy. What was the objective during this pandemic was most of the students were sitting at home. They were not getting the classes were not happening, internship programs were not going on. So what we decided, we'll create some structure, particularly for engineering students for all the streams. It can be mechanical, electrical, instrumentation, chemical engineers, even MBAs and CAs and all. The structure was prepared basically on the focusing in oil and gas sector. See, what is happening, there is a notion that civil engineer or mechanical engineer think that I will go only in this particular sector, but there is a huge requirement for all the engineering as well as other graduates in oil industry. Since I have been in industry for last 40 years, we have identified some area where we felt that we should give this, we should transform our knowledge to maximum students in India as well as abroad. So in 2020 and 21, we started conducting the online sessions. We create excellent structure, focus industries, oil and gas sector. So what we did, we conducted 30 days sessions, which we got approval from Icst also. We gave the certification also. So during this session, what we gave, we have not given the bookish knowledge. What we did, we gave our practical experiences by 5-6 industry people. So because there was a gap, the students were sitting at home, nothing was happening much. So we occupied them. So we created the structure completely on upstream, midstream and downstream oil industry. So what is upstream is complete oil drilling operations, how to do the pumping and all, midstream refining, supply chain, trading, operation, everything. So from A to Z, oil industry we taught to the student. So it includes refinery operations, then storage operations, pipelines, then process, oil industry process, then simulations, structural requirement in offshore. We require a lot of structures. So if you are building the oil platform, you have to build entire structure. On that structure, the entire oil industry pumping and segregation and everything is happening. So during these 30 days, we gave the complete knowledge to the student, including how to build refinery, how to build storage terminals, project management. So I tell you, most of the students were so interested and they have submitted projects. And since we asked them to prepare the projects, okay, during these 30 days. And they prepared the project and they submitted to their colleges, respective colleges, and they got excellent ratings. We also guided them after the course how to do the complete, how to face the interviews, how to prepare yourself. And most of the students during that period, even though it was a pandemic period, we have 400 companies in our list, oil and gas industry, all over the world. So we shared that. So many students applied and they got placed, like Shell, BP, ExxonMobil, Chevron, including Indian PUCs and Reliance and all. So they got placed. So that was the, we identified, since we were also sitting at home idle during those periods. So that was the contribution we made. I would like to say proudly that we could transform our knowledge to them. And it is still going on now. So now what we have done, we have signed MOUs with the different colleges in India as well as abroad. And online courses are going on. More than 500 students during this period, we gave our inputs, and which they are benefiting. They are in touch with us also regularly. Some already passed. Somewhere in some students were in second year, third year, final years. So they are in touch with us. We regularly guide them. So this is what I think contribution is required. We failed during this period. Okay. Apart from that, we also guided them how to enter into entrepreneurship. EDP sessions also we do. EDP sessions in oil and gas sector, agriculture sector, as well as in other sectors also. We had 15-20 experts from different business streams. So we gave EDP programs also. We made them to understand what each and every business aspect, from how to register the company, how to manage, how to get the financing, how to prepare the feasibility report, how to approach to the bankers after we get the finances, how to set up your organization, how to manage operations, marketing, branding, sales. All these aspects we cleared with them because that was our practical experience. So we are business people, so we felt we should do this also. So most of this, even during this period, out of, I think there was a 50 EDP group, 50 participants were there. Almost 10 to 15 have already started their own companies. They registered and they started their own businesses, startups and all. And continuously we are hand-holding them how to take to next levels. So this is what I think we felt we have to contribute as a social factor, as a business people, as well as experienced people. Okay. So I think apart from that, since it is a social engineering, so I thought let us focus on this particular topic. So this is what I have shared. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your extremely valuable words. Now I would like to request Ms. Vinita Bhatia, ma'am, to address the conference.
Good morning to the dignitaries and all the students and the members. Just a small introduction about myself. Born and brought up in Bangalore and in UAE for last 30 years, but would love to work for women empowerment, children education, and also helping the farmers and saving lives and saving the slaughtering of cows. SME Director to the Office of His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Faisal Al Qasmi of Sharjah, and also the Vice Chair for International Chamber of Commerce, UAE. We have been into this, I'm also the Director for Go-Getters, which is where we help the SMEs to be on our portal and we market them through social media, helping them to push traffic to their outlets. Having over 600 merchants on the platform, we help every single merchant to get traffic to their outlets. And also we are working alongside with the SMEs of India to be on our platform where they can spread their wings into the international market. So we have done a roadshow in 2018 to know whether the SMEs of India would love to establish themselves in UAE, and we had got 100% response from the SMEs that they would love to start a UAE platform. So we do the complete handholding with them, right from establishing their companies, setting up, and also helping them to promote their product and having B2B meetings, and also establish themselves and the product into the UAE market. So UAE being not only as the hub for them, but also it becomes a hub for the whole of the Middle East. And that is where we help these SMEs to establish themselves, where they get the second market to establish their product. I would love to thank Dr. Ingole for inviting me for this conference, and I think it is a great platform for us to save agriculture, save farmers, and also the slaughtering of the cows. And I thank Mr. Rao, who has been sitting in Australia and helping us to do this, the whole process of organic farming, agriculture, and also helping the farmers to save their lives. Dr. VVS Rao mission of is the only mission that he wanted to do was with the Sandoshi village, which we are working alongside with Mr. Sunil Tauri, who is present over here. That is to establish the livelihood of the farmers and to work with them and to provide the farmers who have been providing us the grains, which we sit at home and eat in the closed doors, not knowing that they have been struggling all the way outside. And during the pandemic, I'm sure we know that how many lives of the farmers have been gone due to no livelihood. And that is where we are coming in to help these farmers and also women empowerment and to save the lives of the cows by slaughtering. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us. Now, I would like to request Dr. S.P. Kallurkar, sir, to address the conference.
Good morning to all of you. Respected members of the dais, Mr. Gavai sir, Bhatia madam, my friends from College of Engineering Pune, Dr. Ohal sir, Dr. Pantana sir, my student, Dr. Rahul Ingole, and the colleagues of my students. Prashant Zade is my student, and when he was in third year and final year of engineering, we used to work on agro-based projects as a part of his education. And recently he talked to me on phone and I said, probably you are the student who worked on ethanol project in mid-90s. He said, yes, sir. And recently he sent me your case study also, which we use in many of the startup activities. And of course, all the invitees, guests, delegates of the conference, research scholars and students. In fact, this is third time that I'm on the dais of this auditorium. First time it was in 1991. When we organized an entrepreneurship awareness camp along with Professor Mantke, if you remember, the TPO, the then TPO of COEP, for the students of COEP. And next time was in 2004 from the one of the agencies in Pune with 3 colleges. I was the principal of AISMS at that time, and Dr. Sir was here, and also the JSPM group. We organized a program by inviting the Honorable Chairman of AICT, Natarajan Sir at that time. And today is the first time the opportunity to be here as a guest. Last 2 times I was a host, along with the COEP faculty. Now, I would like to compliment Dr. Rahul Ingole and the organizing team that you have chosen an apt topic, STEM for social transformation. When we are talking about social transformation, one important point which the United Nations has given us, and we all are aware about it, is we have to think of existence of human species on this planet. And yesterday I was attending a program from Singapore, and the speaker was mentioning The 2050 USA has said that our carbon emission will be zero. Singapore says 2060 and we India say 2070. But what is important is what UNDP has already told us is 17 SDG goals, Sustainable Development Goals, which are now mandatory for all the countries, and we also have a parliamentary committee to handle that. One of the goals deals with the group of the people who are sitting here from manufacturing sciences, that is SDG 12, responsible consumption and production. But in all these goals, if you see, what's important is the human mind. Madam was talking about the equality. And of course, Constitution of India always speaks about the equality. And all these 17 goals, you will find that about 70% of them talk about equality of every human being on this earth. And gender equality too. Now, when even UNDP also recommends that it can be achieved only through the application of technological solutions. So what's important is we have to think of sustainable development, whatever activities we will be doing from technology perspective. I was talking to one of the global directors of electronics group some time back, and he said, we have now the instructions that whatever product we design has to satisfy the sustainability aspect of it. Recently for Gulf countries, especially for the Arabic-speaking world, we had a program on application of SDGs, especially for the Arabic-speaking world, the Gulf countries and the African countries. And everything that we used to speak used to get translated into Arabic because the local people there should understand what we are talking about. The whole idea is, again, thinking of sustainability, equality, and application of knowledge of technology and management from this perspective. Because whatever we do, we have applied the technologies in past, maybe last 100 years, which has resulted into a situation that whether the human species will exist on this planet or not. Last week we were discussing on this regard on an international platform. And the approach was also whether there is a solution in ancient Indian knowledge about this. And there also it was being discussed that probably, yes, we have some solutions. And maybe that when we say that India will be the global leader, probably India will be able to offer certain solutions in the time to come from sustainability perspective, which will combine the technology and especially the human mind. What has happened with the technology is that we missed what will be its impact on the environment. We never thought that the water will get polluted, the air will get polluted, and we will have a problem for our own existence. But now we need to apply the same technologies, keeping this aspect in mind, that it is the responsibility of our generation to make sure that the generations to come will get this earth the way it was when we were children at that time, because we are those who are in the 50s and 60s, or probably even prior to that. So it is essential that when we think of social transformation, Purdue University has an EPIC program, which is and which they try to implement in all over the world through different universities, by helping the students community to take up the projects which will solve the problems of society in the neighborhood of the institutions. This is one aspect of it. But what is crying need for today, in my opinion, is these 17 SDG goals need to be implemented. Of course, it is mandatory for all the nations in the world now. They are implemented with the right spirit. If someone is interested, we have a World Peace Council and then we have a World Peace Conference scheduled from 1st May to 18th May The organizing committee comprises of the people from having mobile number starts with 001 to 0097. So all the countries in the world are covered in that. And the whole idea is 17 days, 1 to 17 is reserved for all the 17 SDG goals. And the 18th is what we can do further on that. And probably the people like George W. Bush has given the consent to be part of that, along with also Barack Obama. And after that, many chief ministers from government of India, from different states in India, and the central ministers have shown the willingness to support this activity. We are planning to achieve the world peace through sustainability. What's important is, if the things are sustainable, the peace will be achieved. The life will be comfortable. So when we think of the society, solving a problem of society, we should also keep in mind whenever we are designing any kind of engineering designs or any kind of engineering activities, we have to keep in mind that the human species has to exist on this earth, and whatever damage has been done in past needs to be put in the reverse gear of the vehicle. So I compliment that you have touched upon a very important topic, STEM for social transformations. I would like to appeal that think of sustainability in that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable thoughts. Now, I would like to request Mr. Senthil Nada, sir, to please address the conference.
Good morning, everyone. A warm welcome and thank you to all the dignitaries on the dais and to all the people present here. And I would like to thank Professor Hingole for facilitating this event and giving us an opportunity to speak here on stage in front of you all. Thank you, Mr. Hingole. I am Senthil Nadar, Marketing Director of AS Agri and Aqua LLP. And with me, I have my companion, Shankar Nair, who will be talking after me. I'm here to talk about a few important pointers about agriculture. AS Agri and Aqua LLP, as the name stands, we are into agriculture. We are an organization who are into agriculture and aquaculture. And that too, we are managing in a different way. Okay. So if I talk about my company, we are pioneers in soil-based vertical farming. So there is totally a different industry called vertical farming, which is very different from the traditional farming that we do in India today. Okay, and the significance is that today, by doing vertical farming, we are able to take a yield of 40 to 60 times higher than a traditional farming yield. That is what our technology is. Okay, so talking about technology, I know that in India and in other parts of the world also, automobile industry, telecom industry, right, construction industry, they have seen a lot of technology outburst, right? But in agriculture industry in India, we are still following primitive methods, which are way old, right? People are not implementing technology. And my company, our company, AS Agri and Aqua LLP, we are bang on that target. We are with an objective to implement technology only in agriculture and aquaculture. And just as Sir said, we have to think about humans' existence in the world, right? And we even make it like organic, residue-free, and sustainable. That's very important, right? Whatever technology that we implement in agriculture today, we try to do it organically. We try to do it residue-free. Okay, and if I talk about vertical farming is nothing but lifting the soil and making use of the entire area three-dimensionally. Okay, so we make different tiers. If you go to the second slide, so the idea of vertical farming was given birth by Dr. Prashant Govindrao Zhade, who is our founder and chairman of the company. He gave birth to this idea, he nurtured this idea, and he made it big. Okay, it was his vision to come out with such an idea. Secondly, when we implemented, the way we implement vertical farming, we simply make use of the area three-dimensionally. We make vertical trays of soil beds, and we sow 40 to 20 to 30 times higher amount of seed that is generally sown by a farmer in a traditional farming method. So that makes it productive, that gives more yield. Secondly, we use the nutrient management for vertical farming is also way too different. Dr. Sainath Thadole, who is a gold medalist from Barbany, he is one of our agriculture HODs, and we have a huge team of agriculture experts who were never recognized in India before. We gave them a platform. They are with us and they are implementing different techniques of nutrient management and helping us carry this legacy forward. Okay. So the vertical farming that we do is all done under a poly house. Why we do it under a poly house? Because in India, open farming is always a risk. The crop is open to extreme weather conditions, pests, insecticides. For that, to overcome that, the current farmers use pesticides, insecticides. Ultimately, they give inorganic content to the soil, which doesn't make it sustainable. Right? If we do things under polyhouse, we have to use minimal amount of insecticides, minimal amount of pesticides. Even we can do it residue-free by giving liquid nutrients. Secondly, we are making it weatherproof, and we are making it as a manufacturing industry where we can talk about accuracy in getting production. Instead of just worrying about whether we will get production or not, we are thinking at the next level how to make our production house more efficient and make the production house more eco-friendly as well as sustainable. We started our journey from March 2018, and as of today, we did contract farming in India, and from one project, we built it up to 220 projects all across India as of today in a span of 3.5 years. And we have booked across 800 projects all across India in a span of 4 years. And talking about aquaculture, we also did some innovation in aquaculture. We have our technology of our own called as the AS3 technology. Thanks to Dr. Rohit Zonkar, who is our fishery HOD. He worked for 25 years with a person who invented biofloc technology in US. He worked under him as an assistant, and then he came back to India. He did advanced research on that technology, and he gave birth to AS3 technology, which is more sustainable and more eco-friendly than the biofloc technology, which enables us to produce high-density aquaculture with less mortality of fishes in less amount of time and very healthy quality. Okay, so the company's objective is simply we are here to organize farming and make it very lucrative. Because when we talk about foreign investors and businessmen in India, they always focus into real estate, majority of them focus into real estate, automobile industry, telecom industry. Farming is neglected from their side because farming is still done in the same way which was done 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Like, there has been no technology innovation in farming. So I'm glad to say that in this decade it is happening, and companies like us, I would encourage the youth to get into farming. Right? We want to implement technology, engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, automation, everything into farming and make it more viable, more sustainable, and more weatherproof, and give crop assurance to everyone. If we do so in this decade, we are pretty sure that India will be one of the leading food security provider nation for the rest of the nations. And today also in India, we are importing lakhs and crores of oil seeds, pulses from different countries, right? If despite India having so much of fertile soil across all the states, we are doing so, which should not be done. We have to come up with technologies which are utilizing less space and giving out good production, which saves water, which saves manpower, which saves the ecosystem. We make our nation a self-sustainable nation in terms of food production. This is what we look forward to. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, sir, for encouraging us with your worthy knowledge. Now, I would like to request Mr. Shankar Nair to address the conference.
Agriculture is a wisest pursuit because it will, in the end, contribute most to real wealth, good morals, and social happiness. Very good morning to all of you. I think this quote from Mr. Thomas Jefferson, I think, is more likely resonating with today's program. Most important is why we are here, right? I think each and every one of us here, present here, have contributed in a way to the society. I think the professors here, the scientists here, businessmen, or I think Ms. Bhatia, who is doing some NGO thing on cow slaughters and everything. I was hearing that. This is most important way where we are transforming the society, and each one of us here is doing some bit in transforming it. A very good morning to all of you. I think I'm very thankful to Mr. Dr. Hingole for organizing this event. Thank you. I think a warm welcome to all the dignitaries on the stage. My name is Shankar Nair. I am one of the executive partners of AS Agri and Aqua. I think most important part is I'm one of the youngest directors here of the company, because we have more than 33 directors in the company, ranging from an age gap of 60 to I'm the youngest 34. So I think most important part is our company is not only diversified into experience, but also into bringing more youth-related things or startups. Because I was an entrepreneur, ex-entrepreneur myself in e-commerce field, I take care of the sales part of the company. So I think most important, I think my partner Senthil have told you about what we do for sustainable farming methods and everything. I will tell you in 4 words what we really do. I think it can be, I can say 4 words as SOUL, soul. First, S means seamlessness. I think if you see our agriculture pattern, we have the whole ecosystem of agriculture. We complete the whole life cycle. From our seeding to soil testing, to manufacturing, to yield, to harvesting, to sale. So I think that's a seamless process. And we have learned it to make it more seamless over the years. It's not like we haven't made mistake. We have done that. But now we are using advanced machinery tools to make it more useful and more better. Second is an opportunity. I think coming from an engineering background, I always wanted to become a software engineer. But I think I'm very grateful to all the companies where I've worked and all the mentors I've met. I think most important part was to be a part of the society where we can transform and give back to the community. I think here, AS Agri, what it does is it is giving an opportunity to the farmers. Not only farmers, it is giving an opportunity to all the new students. I think we have employed more than
600 students from agriculture universities who are doing internship with us. Not only that, we're giving them, I think, the mode of income also, but they're also giving us new ways of farming techniques. I think I was reading the book, I think what you have given. There is a research column of how to use an unmanned aerial drone for deforestation and seed dispensing. I think that is what India is going to create now. I think India agriculture is always shown as a very poor industry. I think it has to change, and that there is an opportunity there. Third is you, where we need to unlearn and learn. I think most important thing is, I use this word very often with my team. Unlearn is unlearning the old, like what we have to do, and learning new things. I think experiencing sales, strategy, business offering, supply chain, I still learn a lot. Our company, AS Agri, is learning by each and every farmer in the country. We are not only diversified in one crop, like we are the biggest producers of turmeric in the country, high procurement turmeric. And if I tell you, there were two things. Pre-COVID, post-COVID, I think COVID didn't affect us in any way. Pre-COVID, turmeric was not widely used. It was only used in food items and everything, and cooking. But post-COVID, everybody was starting to drink turmeric water. Why? By immunity. Your immunity will increase. You will be staying happy. But the growth of CAGR of 8 to 10%, from an 8 to 10% to right now 30%, shows how the agriculture industry is booming. People are going back to millets. I come from a retail industry, Future Group. There is a big, if you take the share space or the shelf space, today there are gluten-free products, organic products, natural products. The youth today are going into diversifying into those products rather than the new products. I was reading an article, I think day before yesterday, Mr. Nitin Gadkari told in Food Corporation of India, there is 3.75 lakh metric ton of rice. So there was a question in my mind: are we only producing rice in the country? Are we not producing any new crops, or are we only following our forefathers or grandfathers what they have taught us? I think most important thing is learning new methods. So that is my third L, which is unlearn and learn. And the last is L, which is living the dream. Dr. Prashant Govindarao Zade, I think he's also one of my mentors. His teacher is here. So I think what he taught me is dreaming big, dreaming right way, where we are changing the lives. Today, we have some products. We have Vishwayu, we have turmeric, which is exported across the country, which is exported in Dubai, Korea. But I'm trying to make it more sustainable. I'm searching methods. If you see, turmeric is widely used in cosmetics. During last 2 years, turmeric was the word which was used in Amazon for more than 45% searches. Turmeric tea, turmeric face wash, turmeric cosmetics, turmeric based, anything, oils and everything. So that is, we are working on that level. Second is building a plastic-free environment. I think Doctor said we have to see on the human sustainability. So my company and my vision is to create a plastic-free environment. So whatever we are innovating in packaging methods also. And in the last, I think most important part is, I think wherever we are doing this agriculture, we are creating employment, we are empowering the farmers. We are not only doing one crops, we are doing R&D on other crops as well. As Senthil also told you, I think we are doing a weatherproof farming, but we are using automation. By sitting in office in Mumbai, I can know what is the temperature of my farm in Bangalore, in Ahmedabad, what is the moisture content there, and how we can activate the foggers. So this is the use of technology and engineering. Yeah. So I thank you, and that's it from my side. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. I'm extremely obliged to all the dignitaries over here for sharing their thoughts and motivating us all to work towards social transformation and to incorporate sustainability in our lifestyle using STEM. We also have some online dignitaries with us who have joined online and will be joining for the further proceedings of the event. They are Dr. VVS Rao, he's from USA, Dr. Purushottam Kolle, and Dr. Sachin Shende. Now I would like to request Dr. Rahul Kumar Hingole sir to present the vote of thanks for the event. Before that, I would like to request Dr. P.D. Bantane sir to present his views on this event.
Good morning all. Dignitaries present on the dais. Dr. Bhagwan Gavi sir, Dr. Kallurkar sir, Vinita madam, person from the industries, AS Agri and Aqua, Mr. Shankar and Sente, Hingole sir, and Over sir. So this conference that we are organizing here, it is being held in association with the Unity Social Foundation, Pune, College of Engineering, Pune. And in the College of Engineering, Pune, we have the Students Welfare Forum. This is the club. And this club is actually dedicated to work for the students' cause. So we are represented from this SW team. And also we have association with Babasaheb Ambedkar National Association of Engineers. So the basic objective of this conference is to gather the people from the various fields of academics, be it science, academics, engineering, humanities, etc. Now it is well said that we can see that human beings are the social animals, we can say. And humans cannot live in the isolation. They have to live in the groups. That group we can call the society. This society always works with a certain order that we can call social order. This society also has certain issues. So this is the basic objective of this conference, to address these social issues. Now we can see that humans are making progress in every aspects of lives, be it science, academics, engineering, technology, chemical, agriculture, etc. At the same time, we can observe that there is a wide gap among the societies in terms of economy, in terms of discriminations, and also there is a denial of the basic human rights to the certain people or the certain group of society that we can say. So we need to address at the engineering institute. This is the thought that first time came, and we are trying to address this issue so that we can involve the people from other fields as well. They can gather here. They can share their thoughts. They can share their ideas. They can share their experience. So for this conference, actually, we have received good response, and about 50 papers we have received. So these papers we have received from different fields, from social background also, from technical background also. And these papers we have selected in such a fashion that they have some impact on the social causes, and it will strive to improve the social order of the human beings, uplift the human beings. Also, we are trying to emphasize the sentences, the ethos that is given in our constitution, that is equality, liberty, fraternity, and justice. So on these basic principles only, right, we are trying to organize this conference. So this is the attempt, this is the first attempt, and we are getting good response. And I think this is the foundation stone that we are laying. And similar type of events can be held, and we try to organize similar type of events in the future. And at some point, we can address the social issues. So I thank you all of you for gathering here, for sharing your views, for sharing your papers. So after this, we'll have the presentations of the papers, and I hope that and the next events also we will participate in a similar fashion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. S.S. Oho, sir, to share his views on today's event.
Very good morning to all of you. Dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Bhagwan Gavai sir, MD CTEX Dubai UAE, Dr. S.P. Kalurkar sir, Principal Athro College, my guide and philosopher, Mrs. Vinita Bhatia, Dr. Rahul Kumar Ingole sir, Professor D.Y. Patil College of Engineering, Mr. Sanjay Ji Dhade, Mr. Shankar Ji Nair, and my colleague, Professor Dr. Prakash B. Pantavani sir, and audience present over here for the conference. Social transformation is a subject which is touched by many people. When we were in our childhood, we heard conference word first time while reading some history books, particularly roundtable conference. Conference where people interact, conference where people share their own opinion. Of course, they are all intellectual, they are technocrat, they are scientists, they are philosophers, they are businessmen, and they are coming together at one platform. So it remembers me 12th November 1930, where first roundtable conference was there, which ended on 13th of Jan 1931. So conference used to be there for 3 to 4 months, and our emancipator, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who participated in that first conference, he presented many different views over there in the very first conference. What happened because of that, everybody knows, the rest is the history. Then second conference was there in September to December 1931. And then again third conference was there between November to December in 1932. And all these conferences, they have given a different thought process. They have given a turning moment to the great moment of making India free. In these conferences, what was expected and happened in a very different manner. Particularly, these conferences played a significant role in Indian history and are responsible for the way we are viewing our country today. Throughout the British rule, it played a generous role in ensuring that Indian leaders had a platform to communicate with the British as equal and express their concerns. That was, I can say, the highlighting feature. Why I am reminding all these things over here? Because this is not a simple technical conference or technological conference over here. This is social transformation conference, and we all are emphasizing, insisting, rather we have planned this total event in such a way that in these conferences we will be trying to throw some light so that science, technology, and other domains can be focused towards the development of society, towards the development of human. And I'm very sure that a platform like Unity Social Foundation, College of Engineering Pune, when they are coming together along with student body, that is Student Welfare Forum, College of Engineering Pune, who are doing a lot of work over here at COEP. Yesterday we celebrated 131st birth anniversary of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar by organizing 14 hours continuous study program over here in College of Engineering Pune. We are doing many different programs. Thank you. Students are planning many different programs over here in College of Engineering Pune. But this is a very promising thing that students in their studentship itself, they are starting thinking about society, planning some work for the society, and they are nurturing, we people are trying to nurture some different values than the academic values over here for such a budding minds. At the end, on the behalf of organizing team, I promise all of you that this is not a first conference, but we will make it different conference rather, and we'll continue to have it over the years to come. And in this conference onward, every time we will try to have more participation, more society focused activities, and along with the students we will make it possible. Thank you so much for patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. Now, I would like to request Dr. Rahul Kumar Goy, sir, to present the vote of thanks for the inauguration event.
All the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. So, vote of thanks is a very important because all the guests traveled from the Dubai, again the different parts of the world also. For this conference, it is live now. Our channels partners are there. Samyak Kranti is there. Jagriti channel is there. This conference is reaching to the more than 5 lakhs participant now. We have now live US Rao from the US. He is one of author here. Again, I got just now message from the Ethiopia also. The conference information and the speech by the guest is very excellent. Just now I received that message. From UK also, this conference is live there. So many messages I received now. So such a great conference is happening here. So for that, vote of thanks is very important. So on the behalf of Unity Social Foundation, I'm Dr. R. Singhola, and my team members are very much thankful to the directors, COE, BP Ahuja sir, because he has given a permission to organize the conference here. Again, all the team members of the conference, HOD production, Dr. Pantone sir, Dr. S.S. Wall sir, again Dr. P.R. Bhamangaukar sir. His health is not good, but he has helped during this conference a lot. Then Bhavan Joglan sir, Director of Yashoda, Polita madam, so she is here. I'm thankful to madam also. I'm thankful to the Gavi sir, so he is a director of CTEX. I'm thankful to the AS Agri chairman, Dr. Prashant Dhade sir. He is a well-known personality in the agriculture sector. And their director bodies, Saman sir is there. Again, the Nair sir is there. Nada sir is there. So I am thankful to all this one. Then Dr. K. Ghatul sir, EXDC, ex-director of this CUP. He has also motivated a lot during the conference. Dr. P.B. Kumar sir, he is the secretary of the Unity Social Foundation. He is not present today, but he is a very motivating personality in the social. Professor Dr. V.M. Nanded sir, he is live. He is my guru. And Dr. S.P. Kalurkar sir, he is here with us. So I am thankful to you, sir, also. With a short notice, we expected to selected our invitation and you are here. E.S. Kobragade sir, ex-IS officer, he is online now. And he has also helped during this conference. V.P. Manoj sir, secretary of the Institution of Engineer. Dr. D.A. Kamle sir, director, deputy director, DT. My wife, Shilpa Hingole, the source of motivation. She is the director of the Sustainability Solution. She has given a lot of design aspects during this conference. Dr. K.P. Kolle, Professor, Winder University, Ethiopia. Professor S.T. Vegeser, Aman Kamble, Dr. P.D. Shinde sir, Dr. S.A. Meshram, Professor Prakash Gade sir, Dr. Raju Kadam, again Ashfaq Pangoli, he is online, he is from the Saudi Arabia, he is a member of the Unity Social Foundation. Mr. D.S. Akole, he is always with me, and he is also the one of a pillar of the Unity Social Foundation. Mr. Sanjay Ugale sir from the COP, so we are thankful to you. R.B. Kamble sir, Raj Kumar Bhagat, and Dr. Dhanvijay sir. All the dignitaries are here, and all the participants who are participating in this conference, we are thankful to you. This is the conference. Just now I told you, not judged by the numbers. You can judge it by the quality of papers, quality of experts, quality of participants. Okay. With this, I'm going to conclude my vote of thanks. Thank you all here for your valuable presence and your valuable time for the conference. Thank you all. Thank you.
I would now request everyone, all the delegates and all the dignitaries on the stage to stand for the national anthem. The delegates and dignitaries from AS, Agri and Aqua, they will be presenting memento to Ravi Kumar Himboe sir. P.D. Pantavane sir. Ravi sir. Dr. S.S. Over sir. Vinita madam. Dr. Pantavane sir. Thank you, sir. Now we'll be proceeding with the national anthem.
We start together.
I request all the audience to please sing the national anthem.
Jana Gana Mana Adina Ayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata
We'll start again. Sorry for these disturbances.
Now we'll be having a short tea session. So I request all the dignitaries and all the delegates to after the tea session, we'll be proceeding towards the technical session for this conference.
The technical session will be in the production department conference hall.